Godzilla vs. Kong. So Godzilla vs. Kong is the fourth movie in the MonsterVerse that includes Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and now Godzilla vs. Kong. I haven't seen Godzilla in 7 years. I remember thinking it was okay, not thinking it was amazing. I didn't really like Kong Skull Island, and Godzilla King of the Monsters was terrible. So going into this movie, you don't really know what to think. You don't have high hopes. You kind of just want to see Big Ape and Big Lizard go smash. So these movies have introduced the idea of the Titans, which is what they call the monsters, battling it out with each other. Especially the last movie where they had King Ghidorah, Mothra, all those sorts of things, as well as Godzilla. Now, I will do my best to make this a spoiler-free review, so bear with me here. So the basic plot of this one is people think they have found a spot within the Earth where the Titans had originally come from, and they're trying to find that area, so they are bringing Kong to try to help lead them there. Meanwhile, Godzilla and Kong apparently have this ancient rivalry, so they're scared that they're going to fight each other on the way there. We do have a couple of returning characters played by Kyle Chandler and Millie Bobby Brown, and also a bunch of new characters too, which they seem to do every movie, just introduce a bunch of new characters. Not a super huge fan of that. So I guess just to delve deeper into the cons, this movie has absolutely no character development. Every character is very one-dimensional. There's not much to them. You don't really care about the new characters, you don't really care about the old characters, and they don't really try to make you. They're kind of just there to advance the plot and get us to a point where we can watch Kong and Godzilla go 10 rounds in the ring. The writing of this movie is atrocious. Nothing makes sense. They throw logic and physics and all kinds of science out the window, and they just do whatever they want whenever they feel like it. There's even a part where they talk about inverted gravity, and all I could think of was that scene from Top Gun where he goes, "Because I was inverted," and it made me laugh. The amount of pseudoscience they use and how they just kind of blah, 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 yada, yada, yada away technical stuff that doesn't make any physical sense is kind of funny, but also, like, you have to admit that that writing is bad. One of the new characters that is introduced is a crackpot conspiracy theorist, and he turns out to be right about the thing that's happening in the movie, but they also have him keep spouting off all these crazy conspiracy theories, and it makes it really hard to root for him. And it's weird in this time to have a character like that who's a complete crackpot, because conspiracy theorists have been causing a lot more problems than normal lately, so it's hard to look at him and be like, yeah, I'm rooting for this wacko. Pretty much every plotline is so ridiculous that you kind of just have to appreciate their audacity for including that in a movie. You're just like, wow, this is really what you guys... Okay, let's go for it. Let's be as ridiculous as possible. And it's kind of hard to describe more of the cons because they're overall structural or laid throughout the whole movie. The problems with the characters and the plot, which is an overarching problem and not just like nitpicks here and there. Okay, so for the pros, this movie is wild, and that makes it kind of a lot of fun. The fights between Godzilla and Kong are exactly what you want them to be. It's fun to just watch them smash each other up and destroy cities a bunch. And there's this reveal in the movie that just made me go, oh my god! And it's probably the best part of the movie, not because it's good writing, but because it was insane. And I'm not going to reveal what that is because I want you to see it for yourself, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was crazy. While some of the past movies have gotten bogged down with trying to find a balance between big fighting monsters and trying to tell a compelling story with the characters, this one just went, here's the story with the characters, let's throw that out the window and let's just get ourselves to a point where we can have these big monsters really sock it out. And, you know, that's more fun than some of the other movies. The only way I feel like I can describe this movie is it's a combination of Journey to the Center of the Earth meets Pacific Rim with just a sprinkle of Land of the Lost thrown in. In the end, I can't say this is a good movie, but it sure is entertaining, and the more I sit with it, the more I appreciate how crazy it is. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. This movie is bananas. There is a part of this movie that takes place in Hong Kong, and it looks really cool with all the lights and stuff, but I can't help but feel like it might have been better if they did it in Tokyo, because Godzilla is something that came from Tokyo and that we got from Japanese film, so wouldn't it have been cool to be in Tokyo? I don't know, maybe it's just me.
It's Godzilla.
Okay, people, hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.